of comps to be able to protect any mobile backline in a Varus, in a Syndra. Instead, Yao Yao has opted to go double down on that dive. And I mean, if we do show's face is already full cleared, 320 on the clock.
Oh, a nice piercing arrow from about. Yeah, gonna stop that recall, and this should be first blood coming through. Monkey flashes away to break the turret.
Back maybe that we might see Renard move down as he sort of hovers away from mid lane. You can see Karis doesn't actually know whereabouts this Talia is, and he's going to face check, forced to flash.
Yeah, really good decision to flash away from it, though. Now Renard a little bit caught out. He is going to have to retreat. The Dragon already falling down. Yao Yao getting focused. He's going to be the first one to drop in the fight, but Monkey going to be able to trade back onto Renard. Still, IG, way better health bars, way more damage, and About has got to bail. Already used the flash. Now going to get scooped back in by Jue, and Photic is about to cash out. Gets his kill in this battle, his second of the game. IG, this Rek'Sai in the side lane, if he's going to be able to stay pushed in and really claim some plates and claim some towers. This is About TPing in, going to be right on top of the Rek'Sai, taking a really rough trade. That bite really hurting. And here comes the Void Rush underneath the turret, flashes away in time, and that was public execution from Monkey, missing very slightly. Saburo gets the solo kill, flash in from Yao Yao to hold him still, and Monkey going to look to try to finish off the kill. One more dash with a Drakehound step. They've gotten tanky enough that they don't need to concern themselves with towers and things like that. A very deep clear from Saburo, but here comes the unstoppable onslaught from Cube to rejoin the fight. Shows up to Photic, gets spell shielded away. Yao Yao's already been taken down, but it's a support trade, and Wei will fall down to the unleashed power of Karis. This does end up as a 2-for-1 so far. WE trying to back away. Monkey has to flash away from a seismic shove. They attempt to return fire, but they miss everything onto Renard.
Photic's still going.
Stay strong, firing rocks over the wall. There's a Void Rush in from Saburo, but he finds himself one shot, and Cube and Karis survive with a sliver of HP apiece.
Who secured themselves the objective, despite the fact that they lost out in the gold or in the kills.
Execution determining some of these fights, and I think that's going to continue to be the case with only a 1k gold lead. Successful smite from Monkey will secure the Rift Herald, and that's a flash away from Yao Yao. WE already deciding they don't want no smoke. They're going to try to get themselves out of here, but Jue comes in with the Magnet Storm for the engage. Monkey going to be locked down, and Wei is all over him. He picks up the first of the fight, and Yao Yao about to join him as 2 kills go the way of IG, and Karis going to have to try to survive this dive.
Yeah, definitely very worried. TP necessary, just gets out under the flick. As that advantage, find themselves the tier 1 turret up on this top side. Actually going to be that first turret of the game falling. And again, we look at the profile that WE have. Definitely not going to be easy for them to succeed this time round.
Yao Yao getting a little bit of Spider-Man action out there as he whiffs on the hook, but does manage to lock down Jue and hand a kill over to About. W needs to be able to focus down Photic. Photic with so much in his hands this game. Yao Yao looking for another engage. It's going to be onto Jue. He's able to jump back in time, and now Yao Yao cut off from the rest of his team. A nicely placed Weaver's Wall from Renard going to cut away the rest of WE and secure a quick kill for the IG squad right before the Dragon spawns. I think they're going to try to get in a soul point, Rude.
Yeah, and they should be looking for this quite safely. Yao Yao, obviously, not too long. Death timer.
Yeah, going to look for another fight here. The shuffle back, not going to connect. Cube can't find somebody with Unstoppable Onslaught either, and that's half his health bar picked away from over the wall. Meanwhile, Saburo still splitting on the top side, so WE
remains to be seen, as we do know that Wei is walking out from base. There's a TP from Saburo to try and stall this as best as possible. The Dragon will fall, but what about the fight afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, Jue going to be deep behind enemy lines off the back of that portal, but Saburo's there to back him up. They're locking down Yao Yao, who's just not tanky enough to survive this for very long. Cube is, however, as he tries to back away. Wei finds a pass into the fight and will be able to one-shot Yao Yao, but now he's locked down by the Chains of Corruption, and the Unleashed Power will be enough for a shutdown to go back the way of About. It's a 1-for-1 so far, and Jue, without many pathways out to safety, might be the next target. Going to be able to fall back with the rest of his team, and WE going to make it a 1-for-1, but the jungler's still down.
Yeah, and overall, a slightly beneficial trade for WE as they do take the Dragon, right? They stop that stacking, and in the midst of all of this, the Herald was placed down by Monkey, I believe, to try and find damage, and About here sat on a ward. This could be problematic as it's not been swept, and oh dear.
Oh, Chains of Corruption come out. They land out of the Wukong clone and
Yeah,
About caught out by the Magnet Storm. Wei continuing to advance forward, but
Still
About's
alive.
actually been bailed out for now. Does have some space to fire back, but Monkey already melted through. Cube
no
TP's
flash.
in, but he's just going right into the meat grinder. A quick double for IG as they finish off both frontliners and get ready to start off this Otacon. No smite available for WE.
And yes, About lives, but he is the sole cause for this fight and now has to try as best as he might to salvage this play. 8k on the Atacon, no jungler. I think for W, you just have to give this. Spotted on a ward, no real right for About to be there. It's an excellent ward placed down by Zhui earlier on, just knowing, okay, well, we're playing around this, so let's put down a little bit of lingering vision. Let's make sure that actually we can find any fights around it, and it happens to pay off big time. Looking at this series in particular, and looking at this game, Yao Yao, I mean, he's had to summon a heal there.
Oh, but that's Photic forced to flash by a nicely placed Chains of Corruption from About. Monkey tries to throw himself into the back line using that public execution, and now multiple targets locked down by those chains. Joy going to be the first one to fall in the fight. Yao Yao going to be traded onto very quickly as Renard flashes forward, starts throwing out the rocks, and will pick up a kill onto About. A four-man squad of IG, too strong for the remaining members of WE. They'll take this mid-outer turret, and they're ready to march over to Baron.
Once again, Gordo, who's finding access to Photic. Public execution doesn't quite connect, and the Civ is able to free hit. Really, really easy fight here for Invictus Gaming, as all they've got to do is protect their AD carry. Now with 10k left on that Baron, Saburo and Renard trying to run Anchor, run Disruption. There are three members of WE that are going to try and find access here, and Monkey taking a fight with Saburo on the top side. He's just losing it.
Well, Renard is caught off on the other side by Cube, and Karis is dumping in the damage. The Baron will be successfully smited, though, by Wei. No contest there for WE, and Renard manages to escape with his life as well. Cube now sectioned off, focused down, and IG claim another man. Monkey and Cube now going to be down for the foreseeable future as IG look to continue to push with the Baron buff. Yao Yao finds Saburo, and Saburo finds the death screen as WE do manage to trade one back.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure here, Gordo, that this is just going to be game number one now for IG. It might take them a little bit more time. It might take them getting this soul, a little bit of extra time post this Baron, but they've got all of the tools here, and that gate is very aggressive from Yao Yao, forced to immediately flash.
Yao Yao going to get locked down, but he is not stopping, and Photic now going to be the focus.
He's getting healed by
two
Syndra.
Stuns and an unleashed power. He just shrugs it off. He manages to walk away, but finally a snipe from About will land. The Blighted Quiver paying off big time as About turns it into a double kill and gives WE some breathing room once again.
And honestly, that's actually a really big stall for WE.
Starting to focus on towards this Sivir just a little bit more heavily, but she just shrugs off so much. They just don't have the fully scaled one-shot potential.
Renard
comes in off of the Weaver's wall, just starting this fight aggressively before Photic even shows up. I guess it doesn't matter, though, as Photic arrives off on the hunt. Cyclone holding the members of WE down as Photic takes them out. 4 already drop. It's About in a 1 versus 4 situation.
He's
Manages
doing well.
to snipe onto Photic. Wei already down as well, but Shui and Saburo will get the job done with Renard's damage. 3 members of IG left alive after the ace, and they're just gonna march it down with the Baron buff. Invictus Gaming draw first blood in our series tonight.
Yeah, About does well, but cannot do enough. The 5-item Varus not quite a contender in these late game stages. Invictus Gaming able to rally behind their carries, rally behind Renard, and rally behind Photic. Both of which having a stellar performance here in game number 1, and IG as a whole successfully take down WE.
Well played.